Blink, blink, ding, bling. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ling, 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 ding, 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 a ling, 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 a ding, 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 ding. Dink, 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 ding, 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 ding.
Welcome to Ho Yeah Podcast. Hey, Amy. Hello.
Hey, Jackie. Hello. How are you?
Oh. Okay. How are you?
What?
I thought we were going to say okay at the same time, and then here, let's try that again.
Jesus.
1, 2, 3. How are you on 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3.
How are you? Okay.
A little man. God damn it.
That was not great, but anyway.
It's been a weird week.
Oh, has it been a weird week or what? What the fuck? What the actual fuck is happening? I don't know.
Yeah. 2021 is I'm gonna keep an open mind about 2021, but if I see Godzilla appear, I'm gonna be so pissed.
We called it. We can't be surprised.
A new COVID?
Yeah. Fuck that. Speaking of which, I got the first of my 2 shots today for the COVID vaccine. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yay!
No, I got it done today. I work in the healthcare field. I see patients face to face. So the Alachua County area, one of the many hospitals that we have here, was offering it, and I was able to get in and get the first dose. It was easy. I didn't even feel it. I was telling Jackie that it didn't even hurt compared to my flu shot. So I'm feeling pretty good. I waited the 15 minutes. Nothing happened. So I'm looking forward to getting my second dose, and I hope that everyone who wants one can get it soon, because fuck, let's get going, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go.
I'm excited to get mine.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it over with. I'm ready.
Well, I was gonna say not to jump immediately into shout outs, but
oh no,
one of my shout outs this week is to you for getting it.
Oh hey. It was pretty great. Oh, and it cost me nothing. It was totally, completely free, just like they said it would be. I didn't have to show any kind of insurance. I didn't have to give them any money. I just walked in and gave them my arm.
Awesome.
Yep.
Very cool. Did they give you a cookie or anything?
Yeah, afterwards you could have snacks. So I had like a tiny mini Coke, which I don't ever really drink regular Coke because, the sugar. But I was like, fuck that, I deserve it.
Hell yeah. It's a special occasion Coke.
Special occasion. So I had a little tiny mini Coke, and they did have like, chips and all that fun stuff. But I just had the Coca-Cola, and I skedaddled. And I, got the first part of it. So I'm pretty stoked.
Very cool.
Yep.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Well, the rest of your week was okay then?
I mean, it was fine, except for everything that happened in Washington, D.C. That was terrible and awful, but, it's been okay. It's been a busy week back after the holidays, emotionally and physically. It's been busy.
Yep. Yes. Well, good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah. Hope everybody who is listening, hope your week has been as good as it possibly could be, because it was pretty rough.
Tuesday was pretty nice with Georgia.
Yeah, that was excellent. I can't believe
Thank God
it.
for that.
Thank God. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Stacey Abrams. Seriously.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
If that went a different way, and then the next day there was a coup on the Capitol, it would have been a real bummer time of a week.
Oh, just so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but thank you, Georgia. Thank you, Stacey Abrams. We are pretty stoked about that. Anywho, speaking of I don't know, military action type stuff, I don't know if that even works.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Cotton would probably have been at the Capitol, right?
He hates Nazis.
That's
I keep
true.
thinking about
That's
that.
true.
He explicitly hates Nazis. So
That's
where
very
would he
true. You're
fall?
very right.
Yeah. And I don't think well, I feel like he would have an issue with Trump not ever being
In
in
the
war
military.
in the
Yeah.
military.
Or in the military at all. Yeah. Um, I mean, we're talking about Cotton though, and this is one of his more like one of his redeeming episodes. He's pretty great in this. I love him in this episode. I love Peggy in it. So I'm pretty once again excited to talk about an episode. So
Yeah, this is a rare episode where, for how mean he could come off, I don't think he does a single sadistic thing
mm-mm.
in this episode.
Yes, I would completely agree with that. There are some instances where he's like yelling at her and stuff like that, but it's very boot camp tactic yelling, very like army major or whatever it would be tactic. So it doesn't come off as like truly insulting or truly evil, like he's not.
The intent behind it is to help Peggy.
Yeah.
It's not to make her feel bad.
Yeah.
So that is very interesting.
Yes, it is.
I think he missed his calling for sure.
He did. He would be an amazing physical therapist.
Yeah. He would be very effective.
Very much so. So yeah, we are talking about Cotton's Plot, Season 4, Episode 2.
And I love that. I only just realized now that plot means like two things, and it's intended that way.
Absolutely. They're so clever.
So clever.
So clever. All right, so should we get into our shout outs so we can get into the episode?
Yes.
Yeah. So you already did yours, which was for me, so you're done. No more. I'm just kidding.
I was going to highlight a voicemail.
Ooh.
Well, there are two voicemails. I haven't listened to either of them.
Mm-hmm.
And one is only 4 seconds and there's no transcription available. So I'm very curious about that. I guess I'll play that one first. Just see what it's like. Okay. That was just somebody hanging up. So you go ahead and cut that out. Except I already said that I have two voicemails. So you go ahead and leave that in. Sorry, everyone. That was a dud. And here's the other one.
Warranty now. Please press 5 now. Or press 9 to be removed from our list.
Wow. Beautiful.
There's still 50 seconds left.
Of silence?
Hi, this is Susie calling with the Vehicle Service Department. We are calling about your vehicle's manufacturer's warranty. We sent you several notices in the mail that you have yet to extend your warranty past the factory cutoff. And this is a courtesy call to renew your warranty before we close the file.
Oh my God.
If you're interested in renewing your auto warranty now,
yes!
Press 5 now.
Press 5!
To be removed from our list.
Oh my God! My 2004 Saturn's warranty is up? I can't believe I let that lapse.
It reminds me of all of those TikToks where it's just somebody like crawling into somebody's like bed or something and they're just like, I just wanted to talk to you about your warranty. So shout out to Susie.
Thank you, Susie. I'll make sure I call you back immediately.
What about you, Amy?
Oh, those are yours? Okay, great. So
I do have one more review, and it is so mean. And I'm going to share it and just see what you guys think, okay?
Yeah.
Now, this is a 1-star review.
Oh.
All right, everyone? A 1-star review. And it is by user Nevada.
Jesus Christ, Jackie.
Nevada Lily. That's what I was going to say. It's Nevada Lily. All right. You win this one, Nevada Lily. But I'm about to tear into you. Okay. So Nevada Lily, with their 1-star review, says, These ladies are hilarious. Whenever I'm bored or take long drives, I start one of their episodes and find myself binging them. I never found another podcast that made me physically laugh out loud. As a media major, I nitpick a little at little things in films and shows, and it's awesome to find some people who do the same for one of my favorite shows. Keep doing what y'all are doing. Fuck you, Nevada Lily. 1 star.
Oh, Nevada Lily, you silly goose. Come on. 1 star. You little goober. You meant to do 5. I know you did. It's okay.
It seems like it should be 5, Nevada Lily. Why are you messing with us? Somebody tell Nevada Lily, please.
Oh, Nevada Lily, it's okay. It's okay.
The algorithm.
You're fucking us here, but it's okay.
Yeah, at least you're being nice about it.
Oh, God. No, but, seriously, I realize that you took the time to make a review and you made a small little mistake. And it's okay.
Please fix it.
Please.
Please fix it.
Please fix it, please.
Please fix it. Please fix it.
All right, so I have an iTunes review, and it's from Channy D, 1892. The subject says, I say ho, you say yeah. Ho, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And it is 5 stars. 5.
Okay, Nevada Lily.
I want you to write it down. 5 stars, not 1. Did you write it down? Okay, good. All right. And the body says, it's Quinn's mom! Quinn! Yay!
Wash it.
I'm Quinn.
I'm Quinn.
I'm sick. Wash it. So, that lives rent-free in my head. All right. It's Quinn's mom, making sure you guys get those reviews. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you. Thanks, Mom.
Love y'all so much. You guys make my Monday. So because she's a Patreon subscriber, so she gets it a day earlier. Take note, everyone. You guys make my Monday so much more delightful with deep belly laughs. This is by far the best King of the Hill out there, and you can print that. XOXO Chantal. Yeah!
Thank you.
I will print it. I'm going to print it out and put it on my fridge.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh.
Really, and Nevada Lily's was nice too.
It was very nice. I do feel bad that they accidentally did 1 star.
I know. Thank you, both of you.
All right. Now, we already mentioned how Chantal is a Patreon user, so let's get into our Patreon shout-outs. And we got a couple more. I cannot believe.
So weird.
It's so beautiful.
Oh my God. All right, Patreon shout-outs. Our extra special favorite children. And we've got some new babies this week.
Mm-hmm.
Our first one is Sarah B. Buzz, Sarah B. And this beauty not only has a stunning photo, those waves can't be natural. They're too beautiful.
They are. Your hair is so thick.
Eyebrows. You can't see Sarah's face because, like a responsible person, Sarah is wearing a mask, but I've never seen anyone so beautiful.
Seriously, you're blowing my mind, Sarah.
Don't ever take the mask off.
I'm sure whatever you've got underneath that is stunning.
No doubt.
All right.
Welcome, Sarah.
Oh, shit, sorry. Welcome, Sarah. And we have Natalie D. Hello, Natalie, and what looks like it's cute as fucking cat.
Stunning. It looks like a stunning Siamese cat with the biggest, most frightened looking eyes.
Oh.
It looks like that cat's getting punishment kisses.
Perfect. Exactly. Natalie, you are also stunning. Hello. Love your complexion. Hello.
Yes.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Our next Patreon is Courtney A. Your picture is a full body one.
Nice.
We love a full body look.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's so small, we can't really see your face.
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
I do like what I see. I see like a killer tan.
Hell yeah.
Maybe like a...
Maybe so, like, are you wearing an all white workout outfit? Like the confidence you must have. My goodness.
Not only is it all white, but I think it's like one of those sports bras with matching legging.
Yes, and the
Which-
leggings like have cutouts in them. My stars, Courtney.
I
Hello.
will never have the confidence to
No.
show my belly. I was telling Amy and Marina that I've had a belly button ring for more than half of my life, and I've never once shown it off.
I couldn't believe she still even had it. I made her show it to me. And she
I
still
like
has it.
looking at it sometimes.
It's cute. It's very cool. But Courtney, you look incredible. Great tan, great all white outfit, and I mean, you look awesome. Welcome.
Just catching all the sunlight.
Oh my God. Are you an influencer? You look like you might be an influencer.
I'm influenced.
Can we get a shout out?
Yeah. Can you shout us out, please? Yes, if we have any influencers listening, don't be afraid to influence people towards us.
Absolutely. And Jackie. Pump the jam, pump it up, because we have someone who bought another annual subscription. Can you believe?
Leave!
Wait, hold on.
I
I gotta find
it. On the floor tonight. Make my
And the person, the Patreon, who made our day, Melody A.
Make my day. Melody. Melody. Melody, yeah.
Oh my God, another yearly subscriber. I can't even believe it. Thank you so much, Melody. You are also stunning, incredible, and money savvy, obviously.
I know you and Alyssa, we're gonna get to hang out for the next year.
Yeah.
That's just guaranteed you're gonna be with us.
For a whole year. I can't believe it.
Yay!
Melody, you are stunning. I love your hair. I love that color. It's wonderful. Cute glasses. I've always wanted to wear glasses, but poor me, I have perfect vision. But they look great on you.
I know, you can tell that Melody is ready to pump up the jam.
She is ready to pump up the jam and pump up our watch party. Speaking of which, watch party this week, the 14th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see all of our new and old Patreons. Hopefully we can see your faces. If not, again, it's okay. But we love to see you, interact with you, talk to you through chat, and watch some episodes. We already have a couple of recommendations from some of our patrons, so we're going to be watching those. And let's party.
Yeah, bring your pets.
Mhm.
If you don't have to turn your camera on if you're shy, but if you're shy but wish you weren't so shy, there are usually filters that you could use to cover up your face.
Yeah.
So we hope we get to see you and or your pets.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. And don't worry, we're not going to be like, all right, now we're going to judge you because you put on your camera. We're going to tell everyone what we think about how you look.
No. You'll be completely anonymous. Guaranteed everyone only spends time looking at their own picture.
I am only looking at myself the entire time.
It's impossible not to.
I mean, you just can't help it.
Yeah.
Can't help it. It's like, God damn, this lighting looks good on me.
Yeah. My eyes are just drawn to my own face.
Always.
As are everyone else's. So don't worry. No one will know you're there.
Don't you worry. You sweet little strumpet, don't you worry.
Unless you have a cat. Then I'm looking at that.
Then I'm looking at you. Exactly.
Then I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at it. All right. So shout outs done. Thank you so much to all of our new Patreon subscribers. We love you. We're so fucking stoked.
Especially Melody. You win this week.
Oh, yeah. That's true. I know I said I didn't like putting them against each other, but an annual subscription, you win.
Automatic win.
All
Alyssa
right.
wins last week, so
Yep. That's true. All right, Jackie. You
let's
ready?
get into the episode.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just want to say one last thing. We still have some t-shirts left, y'all. We're running low, but we still have some left, and you can find them at hoyapod.com/merch. MERCH. Okay, that's it. Now let's get into the episode. All right, here we go. Season 4, Episode 2, Cotton's Plot. Air date, October 3, 1999. Peggy is finally removed from her full body cast after 6 weeks of recovery. However, her muscles have atrophied to the point where she can barely even hold up her neck. She is in a wheelchair now, and she has to go to physical therapy.
Yeah, she's lucky she's not suffocating to death.
What?
If you can't hold up your own head, then
Oh,
isn't
that's
there a risk
terrible.
of, well, that's what I've heard. There's risk that you, anyway, sorry.
Hank takes Peggy to her, what we think is her first day of physical therapy, and she meets her physical therapist, who says, hey, this is going to be a slow but steady race. I mean, he says, drop by drop, we're going to carve that Grand Canyon. This is a little bit discouraging to Peggy because she wants to get back to her life. She wants to start playing Boggle again. She wants to take care of GH. She wants to, have her life back. So she was thinking,
well, she has so much stuff planned, and
yeah,
I feel terrible because she goes in to meet the physical therapist feeling like nervous, but maybe a little hopeful. And then he's like, we'll have you walking again in no time. And she's like, really? And he's like, yeah, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. In a month? Definitely too soon. And so he starts to realize, and then he starts talking about how long it took to carve out the Grand Canyon. And it sounds like she'll maybe never walk again.
That's exactly what it sounds like. And she sees all these people who are like being dipped into baths of water, like a being held up on a harness like they would a dolphin or something, and like
People just draped over those exercise balls,
just grunting and moaning in pain, like they're just miserable. And he's just like, "Good job," and walks away. So
yeah.
she's very discouraged already. She's like, "Oh my god, I just want to get back to my life. I want to like have fun, do the things that I've planned to do since the past 6 weeks," and it looks like that's not going to be happening anytime soon.
Mm-mm.
Oh, and on top of this, after she gets the speech from the physical therapist, he's like, okay, we're going to get to it and get you back and walking. See you next week. So she doesn't even have a physical therapy appointment.
It's just some kind of consultation, I guess. But what a bummer.
Barely a consultation. It's less than 5 minutes. And he's like, all right, peace out. Gotta go.
I know. They could have done that on the phone. I guess.
Yeah.
No, he didn't even give her like any exercise rubber bands or anything.
Nope, nothing. So she goes back to the house. She is just, very weak. Her arms are, she can't even cover her eyes for the surprise that Hank is about to bestow upon her, which is a wheelchair ramp. He, of course, Hank, sweet Hank, thinks that, this is going to be a treat for her. It was a treat for him because he got to pour some cement. So he's like, all right.
Yeah, he surprises her with a wheelchair ramp, which is nice, but only reminds her of how limited she is. But it's also kind of an I told you so, because he's like, remember when you said I'd never be able to do anything with those extra bags of cement? Well,
fucking suck one.
Proved you're
what
wrong.
I did.
Yeah, you can go ahead and suck one because look what I made you. You're welcome.
But I will say, this just popped into my head. It's a testament to how much he loves Peggy to pour cement over his precious, precious lawn.
Oh, he's so good in this episode.
Yes, he is.
He
is. I made several points where I was like, nice, Hank. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm.
Yeah.
All right. So Hank has made a wheelchair ramp for her so she can easily get in and out of the house, and also to the van that's going to take her to her physical therapy appointments. She's attempting, everybody has like dispersed at this point. So she's like just kind of sitting outside in the wheelchair, and she has to like force her way with her very, very weak arms over that fucking metal slidey part of the sliding glass door. Like, that's hard to get over in a wheelchair with full strength, let alone somebody who's just been in a cast for 6 weeks. So she's struggling. Finally, she gets in, and Cotton's in the kitchen making himself some waffles, watching this happen. Not really saying anything. There's really no conversation going on between them. But we know that Cotton is paying attention to this, and Peggy sees him eating some waffles, and she's like, that looks pretty tasty doodles. I'm going to go make me some waffles. So she rolls over to the toaster, plops in a waffle, a frozen waffle. I'm assuming an Eggo, but probably something that they couldn't get sued for using. So like a Play-Go.
It's a megalo brand of waffle.
Exactly. The great value of Eggos.
Yep.
She can't even, she's so weak, she can't even push down the lever on the toaster. The waffle comes flying out, lands on the floor, and Cotton's like, well, aren't you hungry? Aren't you going to pick that up and make yourself some waffles? And she's like, I can't. I'm incredibly weak. Cotton is this whole time talking about, I ate rats when I was stuck in Japan in a prisoner of war camp. I was eating rats, and then I ate their shit, and I called it jungle rice, and it was tasty because I love eating pieces of shit. So as he's telling the story, Peggy's trying to leave. He grabs the back of her wheelchair, wheels her around to the table, locks her wheelchair in place. So she's a prisoner now of Cotton's. And as he's eating his waffle, is telling her more and more about like how he managed to survive, how he managed to like overcome these odds of being a prisoner of war.
Yeah, just letting her know you can't even like pick a waffle up off of the floor. You wouldn't last 5 seconds in a POW camp. Like, yeah, no way.
Yeah, of course not. No, I accept that. That's my limits. I can't do that. I wouldn't even want to try. Thank you.
No. Even if I could, I wouldn't last.
All of a sudden, we hear a beep beep, and that is the transportation to take Peggy to her physical
horn.
Beep beep.
I thought somebody was getting a text. Beep beep.
That's how horns sounded in 1999.
It was a different time.
It was. Horns were different.
We didn't know.
So Peggy's about to try. She's trying to like again wheel over the threshold. She's like, "Oh, thank Christ, I can get away from Cotton." And Cotton just kind of starts berating her. He's like, "You're gonna go to that bullshit." He's like, "I can get you walking." He's basically like, no, you're not. You're going to go to this weak-ass physical therapy. They're going to coddle you. You're going to be there for months on end. Your insurance is going to be billed every single time. He doesn't say that, but I assume it.
I mean, yeah.
Because it's true.
How that works.
You're gonna be coddled like a little baby over there. He's like, if you want real results, work with me. And Peggy, she's like, shit. Maybe I do need something that's a little more intense. Maybe I need someone who's going to kick my ass, because I was super discouraged just talking to that one physical therapist, And all right, I guess I'll give Cotton a try.
I don't know. She doesn't have to choose one or the other. She could just do both.
She could, but she probably feels like the other one is a waste of her time.
But
right?
If Cotton's going to be in charge of her physical therapy, it'd be nice to check in with a professional every once in a while.
Is it safe for me to be crawling on the floor?
Yeah.
No.
And even if like they're doing exercises that are good, I'm sure there's like maybe some like weird up and back reach that's supposed to work a muscle that he's not. I'm sure a lot of muscles are being missed. She's going to have a lot of stiffness and pain for the rest of her life.
And that's the road that she chooses. Peggy's like, all right, let's do this, Cotton. Show me.
Right.
Let's wait. Show me your ways.
Yeah, based on nothing, I trust you with my body and my physical well-being.
That's right. And first thing he makes her do is shine his shoes.
That's right.
Figure, shine his dirty ass shoes. And this is where we find out that Cotton is going to wear them to some sort of committee or hearing so he can be buried in the veterans, the VA cemetery, like the Texas War Heroes Cemetery. That's his plan. He wants to be recognized as a war hero for his work in Munich and in Japan. As we progress, we see that, Peggy is kind of, she's getting more strength. She's, frustrated, but she still perseveres. There's a point where Cotton takes GH from her because she's holding GH, which is impressive. I mean, she couldn't even press down a fucking waffle maker machine, toaster. That's what it's called.
She couldn't even hold a waffle robot. She couldn't even hold her head up.
Yeah, and now she's holding a precious baby. And he takes her away, and he takes him away and puts him down on the floor and says, "All right, this baby's on a minefield. He's on a bomb. Come get him." So she's crawling. He's making fun of her, and he's just like, "You're pathetic. Like, you can't even do anything." He's down on all fours right next to her, and she goes to hit him, and she just can't even do it. She can't do it.
Oh my God. It's exactly like that time I hit that girl with cancer. That's how weak my punch was. Thank God. Thank God.
Thank
I
God.
didn't knock out somebody with cancer. But the dynamic between Peggy and Cotton, I know we talked about this last episode where we've spent all of this time analyzing these characters, and so it kind of makes you notice things or appreciate things more than maybe we did on previous watches. But their dynamic, especially in this context, makes so much sense because Cotton is just, like you were saying, he's doing that thing where he's just pushing her and doing it military style where he yells and says, "You can't," basically. And that's perfect for Peggy.
Absolutely.
Like, you tell her you can't. If you said that to me, I'd be like, "Great, now leave me alone." But for someone like Peggy, that works so well. It really is such a perfect pairing.
Yeah, it's a great motivator for her, and her hatred for him and to like prove him wrong is only adding to it.
Yeah.
But, she is starting to gain some sort of respect for him. And I think Cotton as well for Peggy. Meanwhile, we have a very disturbing B plot.
Yes.
It's so disgusting. I love it. Bill previously asked Peggy, "Hey, what do they do with casts?" I mean, just curious.
Where do you think they put that if they were going to put it somewhere? Huh?
And she's like, "Well, I think they probably throw it out." And we see him creepily back away,
eyes wide, staring at her as he backs out of the backyard.
Maintaining eye contact, not blinking at all. And then we see him run to go gather her stinky ass body cast. I can only imagine the stench from it, because it's bad enough when you have one on your arm, but your whole rank ass body,
it's pretty smelly,
butthole and vag included. My God, for 6 weeks.
I've never had one before. They get pretty smelly. Oh my God,
yeah, I had one on my I broke my wrist when I was young, and woo, stinks real bad.
Is it anything like that smell when if for anyone that's had gauges in their ears? I had them like briefly in high school, and I remember when I would take them out, there would be this weird smell. Is it like that?
Yeah, so I had my septum done, and it smells like your septum piercing, or like even just it's gross, but you kind of like it because it's your own stench. But other people are like, "That's fucking gnarly." And you're just kind of like,
sniff, 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 sniff.
You're just like, ew. Ew.
Ew. I'm going to smell that again. Ew.
That's exactly what it is. Again. It's this weird primal thing where you want to smell your own stank, and you kind of like it. Just me? Anybody else? Anyway, so Bill has stolen Peggy's body cast and put a fucking framed portrait of Peggy on the head part of it, and he's playing Boggle with it when Dale walks by his fully open window. Like, Bill didn't think to like close all of the windows and all of the blinds in shame, because he should be ashamed of himself. You would think that he would cover that, but no, he's got them fully open. Dale walks by and he's just like, what the fuck is that? And in a desperate bid to keep Dale from saying, please don't, and in a desperate bid to keep Dale from telling Hank, he's like, please don't tell Hank, please. And Dale's like, well, I guess I won't if you let me take it for the carpool lane.
Has the carpool lane ever been a thing?
I think so. I mean, I would always get into the carpool lane, even if I didn't have anybody else with me. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
I feel like in the 90s, it was more of a thing where it was just like, I want to use this, but I'm going to get pulled over. So I'm going to create an elaborate scheme
right.
to make it look like I have a passenger. But now I feel like nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
But it used to be a thing, right? Because
they were all nerds. They were
in the 90s,
cats.
Yeah.
Wimps. Anyway, so Dale has now taken the stank-ass cast.
Bill, on top of everything else, Bill is it's such a weird situation. He has Peggy's body he fished it out of, I guess, a medical dumpster.
Who knows what else was in that dumpster?
He put a framed picture of Peggy on the neck hole, and he plays Boggle with it, and somehow it always beats him.
Right. What else? Oh, I don't even want to entertain that. But what else did he do with that body cast?
Come on.
It can't just be Boggle. It can't.
Absolutely not.
Oh, God, that's so foul. So now Dale has a stinky body cast covered in Bill's cum.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. So congratulations, Dale. I hope the carpool lane was worth it.
Ugh.
Nothing's worth that. Nothing.
Yeah. Where's he even going? Where's he commuting?
To the ice cream shop. He's like, my commute was 2 minutes shorter, and he's just eating an ice cream.
That's it.
All right. Peggy, in kind of like a way to show her thanks to Cotton, she's been helping him with his
graveyard application,
right?
Whatever that might be.
Yeah, whatever we want to call that. So while she's doing research for him, she's like filling out the paperwork, she starts talking to Hank about it, and they kind of both realize, wait a second, this timeline that Cotton is talking about is impossible. He couldn't have been in Germany and killed 50 men and then flown all the way to Japan and also killed unknown amounts of men over there, and probably civilians. So within less than 48 hours, like that's just not possible. So Peggy starts to like really research this and look into it, and she realizes that Cotton is full of shit. She's like, he's a liar. I can't believe I let him take over my therapy, and he lied to me this whole time. He is not a hero. I refuse to help him with getting his grave marker, whatever. Plot, right? And so she's done. She's like, I'm not going to go to that graveyard meeting that he is going to be at. I'm going to go to my actual physical therapy session and get help from an actual physical therapist.
Graveyard meeting.
That's the first thing that came to mind.
That's what
it is. So we see Peggy, she's also like feeling kind of bummed out. She's like, man, I was believing this guy. It turns out he's a liar. And now I'm back at this bullshit physical therapy place where this guy is trying to prove me wrong. Like, oh, we were both right. It is 200 million years. So, and then
he said the Grand Canyon only took 200 years to form.
Right. And she said it took millions of years. And he was like,
well, guess what? We were both right. It was 200 million.
You just keep stretching that band. And it seems like all of her strength is gone. All of her fight and willpower is out of her. She can barely even stretch this band. The band just like snaps off her hand, flies away, and he's like, "Great job." And she's like, "How was that even a great job? I barely got one, and you told me to do 8 to 12." And he's like, "Well, drop by drop, it all counts." Later that night, we see Hank carrying Peggy on his back to the bed. She's very discouraged. He says, "Hey, how was physical therapy?" She's like, "I stretched a band." And he's like, "Oh, that's great." She's like, "No, it's not. It's fucking ridiculous. I couldn't even stretch a band, and Cotton lied to me this whole time." She's like, "I'm so pissed."
He's so encouraging.
He is.
But she's so bummed out, and I love that part because he places her in bed. This is messed up, but when I was watching it, I was thinking, good for him for not having his way with her.
Oh, Jesus.
Not that he would do that, but it would be easy for someone to take advantage of someone.
It would be, and it's sad that our brains have to go to that scenario.
I know that. Wicked dark. Wicked
Dak.
But then he's trying to be encouraging, but she's still bummed out, and she's ready to go to bed, and she has to ask him to put her into a fetal position.
Oh, I know, and he does. He even took her shoes off and everything, so it's very sweet. The next day, Peggy is back at physical therapy, and we see Cotton has gone to the graveyard meeting to talk about his grave, and he's fully decked out. He's like, "You better be there. You better be changed." And she's like, "Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to wear this." And then she's like, "I'm not going to your fucking meeting. I'm not doing it." Mm-mm. So she's back at physical therapy. He's at his graveyard thing, and Peggy is, again, she's discouraged. She's pissed off about it. She's like, "I'm so fucking pissed at Cotton." And she's like, "He's a liar. He's a complete liar." And Hank kind of like mumbles something. And she's like, "What did you just say? What are you mumbling? Are you going to fucking prove me wrong?" And he's like, "Well, when he went to war, he was 6'4". And when he came back, he was 5 foot even. So his shins definitely got blown off. He was definitely a prisoner of war. Not quite sure about all the other stuff. But he's not that much of a liar. He definitely saw some shitty things and had to fight for the country, And
Can I read that quote?
Yeah, for sure.
Because, I mean, I was taken. Hank really is so good and insightful in this episode because he kind of brought it up to Peggy initially, where she was doing therapy with Cotton, and it kind of looked like Cotton might have been torturing her. So I think Hank was a little concerned, and he was gently like, I know you're not usually the biggest fan of Cotton, and I don't want to make you feel bad, but he's maybe not the biggest fan of you. I just want you to keep this in mind.
Right.
There's no way he could have been in Germany while he was in Japan. And so he kind of like helps her realize that she might be getting taken advantage of. And understandably, she's pissed. But then, like, he also defends his father, which he's defending his father, but in doing so, it also kind of helps validate anything Peggy was feeling before she got angry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's part of it, right? Like, you're mad at this person for being shitty, and it just highlights how gullible maybe you were.
Right.
And so she's pissed off, and then Hank says, well, he mumbles something. She's like, "What did you say?" And he's like, "Well, I was just saying when he came back from the Pacific, he was 5 foot even. A Japanese machine gun blew away his shins. The doctor said he'd never walk again. Well, 18 months later, my father walked right over to that doctor, reached up and punched him in the kidneys." Now, I can't prove what he did at those battles. In fact, I'm not even sure if the part about hitting the doctor is true. But I do know this. My father doesn't have shins, and somehow he walks. And that's pretty heroic to me. And that's what I was muttering. So I just thought that was so insightful of Hank to say, it was just a great Hank moment.
Yeah, it really is. And I would guarantee that Cotton definitely punched that doctor. That sounds exactly like something
I do believe
would
that,
do.
yeah.
I believe that 100%. So this little speech from Hank really gives some insight to Peggy, and she realizes, like, okay, wow, maybe there is there is some truth to this. And while he might not have done all of the things he said, he did suffer a lot because of this war. He lost his shins, and he did, like, he was told he would never walk again. The beginning of this episode, Peggy was probably feeling like, am I ever going to walk again? This guy's telling me not even a month in, there's going to be no progress. So she's probably thinking, wow, okay, so he actually knew where I was coming from with this whole thing.
That's a great point.
Right. So she says, we got to go there. I got to help him. Peggy and Hank take off to the graveyard thing, and she bursts in at the last moment as they were just like, no, we're not going to call this. We're done with this, Mr. Hill. You're going to have to come back another time. She bursts in and she gives an impassioned speech for Cotton, saying, he is a war hero. He deserves this plot. He deserves this graveyard plot. And you would be fools for not giving it to him. And this works. This is exactly what they need to hear, and they give him a spot in the War Heroes Texas Cemetery. Yay. Now, I also want to mention in our B plot that Boomhauer has caught Dale with the stinky jizz-covered body cast.
Yeah.
And what does he do? He says, how dare you? This is so disrespectful. And what does Boomhauer do? He wears it with the crotch cut out. He puts on...
The crotch is cut out?
The crotch is cut out because you see his tiger underwear. And has a freaky naughty nurse sex game with this disgusting cast of Peggy's.
He wears it.
This cast has been violated in at least 3 ways, maybe more.
Oh, God. I can't believe he cut the crotch out. That's so funny.
He 100% cut I was like, oh, God!
But there's still, like, no range of movement. I guess if he's lying on his back, then it's fine.
I mean, the crotch is cut out. I think he's not worried about his arms and legs.
I was picturing him trying to be on top.
Oh, no, he's laying down. And the sexy...
trying to, like,
from the back.
Just arms, like, stiff, legs stiff. Everything's stiff.
Hey, honey, scooch to the end of the bed. Dang old, scooch to the end of the bed. Come here. I can't bend my dang old knees. Come on. No, so he can play, like, sexy nurse with this girl who has, like, a sponge bath stick. Oh, it's so brutal. It's so disgusting. Oh my God. Anyway, so that has happened. Peggy has secured Cotton's graveyard plot, and the whole family goes to take a look at it. It's beautiful. It's on top of a hill. It's overlooking this beautiful scenery. Peggy's at the very bottom because they couldn't bring her, they couldn't push her wheelchair up there. And Cotton yells down, like, hey, don't you want to come see this? Get up here. And she's like, oh, no, it's fine. I can't really get up there. And he's just like, what are you, weak? Come on, get on up here. And she's like, Cotton, I get it. I'm not going to go up. And he's like, if you get up here, I will let you dance on my grave. And Peggy immediately flings herself out of the wheelchair.
Like, hulks out of the chair and does like 15 backflips to the top of the hill.
That is an offer she cannot refuse. So she crawls her way up that hill, and it's such a sweet moment. He takes her hand, helps her up. She stands up. This is the first time we see her standing in the whole episode. The rest of it is either her in the wheelchair or on the ground. She stands up very shakily, but she stands up. She says, Cotton, may I have this dance? He takes her hand. They get into dancing position. She, loses her balance, falls down on him, and they dance around in circles right on Cotton's grave. And
really
and then we
sweet.
pan out, and we see this beautiful view of a cemetery and Cotton and Peggy dancing together, and it's so sweet for how weird it is.
It's really sweet.
It is. And that's the end of the episode.
Yay! Very well done.
Thank you. So, Jackie, tell me your favorite moments, quotes, thoughts, feelings from this episode?
Well, I have several. Well, I at least have a few, the ones where I didn't interrupt you during your retelling, but I can't remember exactly which scene this is, but there's one, it's a quote by Cotton, and I can't remember if it's when Peggy falls out of the chair trying to pick up her waffle or something, but she falls out of the chair and Cotton says, "What are you on your knees for, woman? Praying ain't gonna help. If God loved you, he'd have opened your sissy chute." I really like that quote because it's so mean.
It is
God
mean.
loved you. And there's another quote by Cotton to Peggy. Again, I can't remember exactly where, but maybe it's right when their therapy started, and he's just like, "Look at you all high and mighty sitting in that wheelchair like some Franklin D. Eleanor Roosevelt."
I know, I love that one.
All high and mighty.
He's like, "I got a telegraph for you." "You're weak. Stop."
Oh, I love that part.
I love that.
"You're weak. Stop."
"You'll never walk again. Stop."
Stop. I don't know what it is about that part, but it's just, he's so into it, and yet there's something very genuine about him trying to help her.
Yeah, I
in this
agree.
way.
I agree.
There's this one part, I think it's when they're about to have dinner, and this is when Hank finds out that Peggy has bailed on real physical therapy to have therapy with Cotton. And Hank is, maybe he says something like, "Where's Peggy?" or "Is she back from..." No, Luann is like, "Oh, did I forget to pick her up? Was it my turn to pick her up from physical therapy?" And Cotton says something like, "Oh, she quit that. I'm working with her now." And Hank's like, "What?" And then Peggy like crawls into the dining room, just like using every ounce of strength. And she makes it to the table, and she tries to pull herself up on her chair, and she can't make it. She like ends up collapsing to the ground, and Cotton's just like, "That was good effort." And so he just puts her plate of food on the floor. And Hank is concerned, but Peggy reassures him. And so everyone sits down to dinner to eat their steaks. And you can't see Peggy, but because she's on the floor, but you just see everyone eating. And then after a minute, you just hear her voice, and she's just like, "Hank, these steaks are so tender."
I love that. I wrote that part down too. I also love that, like, I think why it feels like genuine from Cotton this whole episode is like, I think that scene really sells it, where he's like, "Good effort. Here's your food." Like, it's not like, "Fuck you, you failed." Like, he's not constantly stomping on her,
That part really did stand out to me, because that would have been a perfect excuse for him to be like, "Well, you don't get food."
Right, exactly.
But he's acknowledging the effort. Even though she didn't meet this goal of getting onto the chair, he's still acknowledging her incredible effort.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I just thought, wow, that's not something I'm used to seeing from Cotton.
Agreed.
I love the part where Peggy punches Cotton. And I know you mentioned the first part when she is so angry at him, she goes to punch him, and it's like a weak, noodly punch. But it's one of the moments that really highlights her progress, is when he's giving her a bunch of motivational shit. She's trying to like hoist up the American flag on a flagpole, and finally she's had enough, and she turns around and just, it's like a reflex, she just turns around and punches him.
Yeah.
And the camera cuts in close to his face, and he's just like staring at her, and then a little drop of blood comes out of his nose. And you're like, oh my God, this therapy is working. So she couldn't even hit him before, and now look at it. It was a great moment.
Right, and he's so like excited that she was able to actually punch him and draw blood. He's like, "Oh shit, I think you might actually be able to do this." And everybody cheers, and she's just like, "Yay!"
It's an awesome moment.
Yeah.
Two more things. One is another quote by Cotton, and maybe this was my favorite quote in the episode. I'm not totally sure, but it's at the end when Cotton is trying to get Peggy to walk to the top of the hill to see his grave plot. And she's like, "No, I can't." And he's like, you can't. And he says, I climbed the cliffs of Normandy with a 50-pound ice cream maker strapped to my back. And you're telling me you can't climb a stupid little hill? And I want to know the story behind that quote. Why was he carrying a 50-pound ice cream maker?
I feel like it's not, I think that's a term for like a big ass gun or like some sort of like a big pack of, it's gotta be some like military term. It can't actually be a froyo maker.
My mind went crazy. I was like, what kind of things did he do over there?
You went undercover as a portable ice cream man.
Yeah. And then my last thing is, it's another, I wanted to share another audio sample from the episode. And it's when, again, Cotton is talking to the baby, Good Hank, and he's making baby sounds.
Yes, I wrote that down too.
There's no way to replicate it. Toby Huss is just incredible with Cotton baby sounds. So I just wanted to play that clip too. I just love these sounds he makes. Okay, so here it is.
Poor little baby sitting on a fresh grenade.
So harsh to the ear. So that's pretty much everything. We did have a guest star. Phil Lamar plays the voice of the physical therapist.
Awesome.
And he does a great job.
Yes, he does.
All right, Amy. Always. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so I've just got a couple. I love that Luann is covering Peggy's eyes, and then finally Hank has to be like, Luann, you got to move her hands from her eyes, and she does, and she just goes, ta-da! And then she waves Peggy's arms around, and then lets them just drop to the side.
I missed that part too. What a good catch!
I love that. And then shortly after that, they're looking at the wet cement, and Bobby's like, "Look, Dad, I'm Sophia Loren." And puts his handprints in the cement. I'm like, hell yeah, Bobby. Mm-hmm. I like this exchange between Cotton and Peggy. You ready to hate me more than anyone you've ever hated your whole life? I already do. Then we're halfway there. I do like how Cotton is so unfazed by people not liking him. He just doesn't care.
I know. It's probably somehow validating to him.
I'm sure.
Asshole.
Yeah. Another little I told you so from Hank when Peggy's like, you were right. He was just taking advantage of me. And he's like, so I was right. That's not what's important right now. My last one is going to be Dale's using a lint roller. He's lint rolling Cotton, getting all off of his fancy outfit before he goes to his funeral thing. And Dale says, Colonel, from your dress and demeanor, can I assume that you're about to take your own life in a cheap motel room with your service revolver?
Oh, I forgot about that. That's my favorite quote.
That's so funny. Like, Dale, he's just like, well, I will lint roll you. I assume you're going to kill yourself, right? Okay, just wanted to
dressed for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're dressed for it, and you seem pretty somber.
Good enough to kill yourself.
You do. So, good luck with that.
Yeah,
like not even willing to stop him. Just like, yeah, sure, I'll take care of your coat and jacket. Like,
I mean, if he's gonna let Bill kill himself, and he's already like picking out things of Bill's that he wants, I'm sure he'll let Cotton kill himself too.
Oh, 100%. He probably thinks it's noble in some way.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I've got.
Well, is it time to get into listener comments?
It sure is.
And do we have a song this week?
We do not have a listener comment song, unfortunately. So, Jackie, please take it away.
Okay. I got nothing.
This is tonight. Listener comments to the morning light. That's all I've got.
Forever, 'cause
this is the night. See how bad we are? We need you to submit listener comment songs, please.
Yeah, it's getting
It's getting worse.
Please.
We now rely on you, so we have just really tanked in quality. So please, hello@hoyapod.com. Send us a listener comment song. We beg of you.
Please. And you can call our voicemail and just sing into the phone that way. Our number is 386-530-3876.
That's right. That's right. That is it. All right. Let's get into listener comments.
All right.
Nomiomio says, my son can't visit me in a civilian cemetery. What kind of place is that for a children's birthday party?
_Coco_bug_ says, this was my first glimpse of disability empowerment. It was beautiful, Shug, with a little heart emoji.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
That's sweet. And I do like that the episode highlights that.
Yes. And Noah said, I have no specific comments about this episode, but season 4 is an all-star list of good episodes. And I think I agree with that. Season 4 is one of my faves.
I'm excited about it.
And also, oh my God, Kathy Najimy.
What?
Kathy Najimy left a listener comment, and it just says Peggy.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. That's so awesome. A wrong episode comment from Kathy Najimy.
Oh my God.
All right, well, that's it for listener comments. Everyone get fucked. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you, Kathy Najimy.
Wow, thank you.
Oh my God.
That's awesome. Holy shit. Wow. Oh, we got to get her on. We have got to get her on an episode.
I want to do the sexy fan fiction with her.
No, it paints Peggy in such a terrible light.
Oh, you're right.
We can't do that one. We got to do a good Peggy episode. Oh my God. Woo, okay. Oh, let me just come down for a second here. Woo.
I know. Ugh.
Oh, you know what? Ryan Film Lover said, check the DMs for my dick pic. Okay, we'll take a look.
Whoa.
Just kidding. It's for a longer comment. Let's see. Okay. I love Cotton's plot. It shows the struggles of Peggy's recovery. It to me is Cotton's best episode because it helps to humanize his character. True. All those stories show the horrors of war he went through. It doesn't forgive his past mistakes with Hank and others, but shows his damage. Plus, the storyline with Peggy's body cast is hilarious. Very true. Yes.
Yes. Charking. It's probably Charking.
It is charking. Charking?
Charking _I'm parialist says, morning, Hank. Scrambled, black, sports page. You got 5 minutes.
D-Torque says, really appreciate Cotton actually doing something to help Peggy in this episode. Me too. Adam Struve says, we all know she was going to dance on his grave regardless.
Yeah.
Yes.
BP Bear says, I want her for the carpool lane.
So fucking creepy. God. Masias, Masias, says, the doctor did not prepare Peggy for muscle atrophy, and the trainer sucks. Agreed.
Oh my God.
Very
it's so
true.
crazy that the doctor is only just, as he's sawing off her cast, only just now saying like, oh, you're not going to be able to do all that stuff. You're not going to be able to do anything.
BT dubs. Your muscles are fucking gone.
That's nutso.
God.
Thunder Muffin says, it's a quote by Cotton. Good effort, as Peggy eats dinner on the floor. Oh. Well, this will be my last one by Blossomberry 98. You just got to take it's Hank when he's encouraging Peggy, and he's just like, you just got to take it one day at a time, like the drunks do. God.
And it's true.
One day at a time.
One day at a time. And my last one is from Thunder Muffin. Peggy punched Cotton in the face. Oh my God, I'm never going to get over that. Kathy and Jimmy gave us a listener comment and a wrong episode one too. I love it.
I know. What does that make her? Goose of the week?
She's the goose of the week.
Goose of the week. Honk, honk.
Just a Peggy. I fucking love it.
I love that too. I'm taking a screenshot of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
But thank you,
Schmoop
everyone.
Archer, you'll be so pleased to know that your comment is right next to Kathy and Jimmy's. You lucky you get to sit right next to her. Schmoop Archer.
That's so cool.
I know.
Everybody else, excellent job as always. Thank you very much for your submissions. But I can't believe I can't believe Kathy and Jimmy gave us one.
I know. Peggy. Oh, Kathy and Jimmy. She talks to us.
She does.
More than once.
More than once. Oh, all right. Let's get into some trivia, huh?
Yeah, that sounds good.
I've only got one. I'm sorry. But it's a good one, I think. Maybe not. We'll see.
All right. I have more, but I only have, let's see, one. Nope. Those are my quotes that I wrote down. I was like, I have like 10.
Oh, God.
I have 3.
All right.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. In what year did Cotton crawl through a minefield to retrieve General... Is that one? Okay. General MacArthur's corn cob pipe.
I almost wrote this one down. Was it 1937? 1947?
Closer, but no.
I don't know.
1944.
Ah! Well, you've bested me this week.
Well, let's see how these questions from you go.
Okay. Amy.
Yes.
When Cotton was in a POW camp, he was eating rats to sustain himself. Eventually, he ate his last rat eventually he was down to one rat and kept that one alive to eat its droppings, which he called jungle rice. How long was he down to his last rat? How many weeks?
Oh, 2 weeks?
Yes.
Ah, man, I was thinking all sorts of things that you were going to ask me. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
All right.
Very good.
Thank you.
Amy.
Jackie.
What is Peggy's physical therapist's name?
Fuck. I can't believe I didn't write that. Oh. Guthrie.
Oh my God, no. But that's a great guess. Guthrie. Ramsey. Oh. Damn it. All right, well, whatever. All right, my last question.
Okay.
There's one scene in the episode where Cotton brings Peggy to, I guess, the VA and introduces her to all of his friends.
Mm-hmm.
How many friends does Cotton have that are named Stinky?
Oh, see, I was going to do this exact one, and I didn't do it. Oh, God. I'm going to say 3.
Yeah!
I know there was way more fatties than there were stinkies.
It was Stinky, Fatty, Stinky, Brooklyn, Fatty, and Doc. Oh, and Erwin Linker.
Yay!
And do you know the next episode?
I sure do, but do you?
Yes.
What is it?
We'll go each word back and forth. Bills.
Okay. R.
Made.
2.
B.
Broken!
Yes! Oh, I have to do a Bill episode. Gonna be sad.
Can't wait.
Gonna be sad.
All right, everybody. That's the episode. Listen, follow us on Instagram, Ho Yeah Pod. Leave us iTunes reviews. 5 stars, even if it's a nice one, and you give
Yeah,
us 1
Nevada
star.
Lily.
Come on, we're begging you. What else? T-shirts. hoyapod.com/merch. We've got some t-shirts left. And join our Patreon. We would love to have you come to our watch parties and get stickers and mail and all that fun stuff. Or
Yeah.
if it's only $2 a month, and a shout out and extra audio. So please join us. We're all over the place. We are here to interact and talk to you and love you.
Yes. And I feel like we haven't given out our P.O. box in a while. Amy, take it away.
Oh, fucking. Write to us. Oh, yeah, pod. P.O. Box 5612. Gainesville, Florida. 32627.
That's 32627 in case you couldn't hear that. But because I was screaming over Amy.
I know. I'm trying to remember, and you're just like screaming in the background. Delayed screaming in the background. Oh,
Well,
that's it.
That's about it.
All right, everybody.
We hope you have a safe week, and we'll meet you here this week. We'll meet you here this time next week, and hopefully things aren't fully on fire.
That's right.
But until next time.
1, 2, 3. Via con.
Dios. Get your booty on the floor tonight. Peggy. Peggy.
Peggy and meatballs in your face.
Oh, and I need to stop recording. Okay. Yeah.